As a rights activist, I have been to Chhattisgarh along with Dr. Bal Gopal and other colleagues in the human rights movement several times. Many of you are familiar now with what is happening there. The violence unleashed by essentially the state in its various manifestations. But I'll begin a little bit with what predates the Green Hunt operations, what has been by now become internationally familiar, this phenomenon of Salwa Judum. I remember in 2005 when news came about that Salwa Judum of peace movement, an apparent peace movement, they styled themselves that way at that point of time, was born in Dantewada, the southernmost district of Chhattisgarh. And then there were news reports that a number of Adivasis were being killed. This was in June 2005 and henceforth. I remember our first fact finding there was in August of 2005, and ever since we've been there several times. And what was most striking to us in all these trips was the amazing similarity in what are known as counter-insurgency operations of the state, whether it be in Chhattisgarh or elsewhere. I was particularly struck by one thing. I remember going to village after village in Dantewada, now it's been bifurcated into two districts, Dantewada and Bijapur, and finding that entire villages have been emptied out. Emptied out by this vigilante group called the Salwa Judum, along with several armed forces, the Naga Battalion, the CRPF, etc. Emptied out at the point of the gun, emptied out under threat, frequently carried out of immense sexual violence on women, and strikingly, entire villages burned down. I was struck at the similarity, at how very little changes in these brutal counterinsurgency operations. And I remember, me and Bal Gopal in fact talked about it, that 20 years ago, 1987, I come from Visakhapatnam. Ours is a district with substantial Scheduled 5 area. We have 11 mandals in the agency. And there was a very strong Maoist movement at that point of time. It was called the People's War, headed by them in that district, in that area, essentially in the agency parts. And I remember during N.T. Rama's time, I think DGP was Saldan at that point of time, there were these attacks on villages. Attacks on villages, and village after village systematically torched. And as members of the APCLC at that point of time, we had toured these villages, we went to these villages, spoke to people, documented evidence of this brutality. I remember a total of 47 villages were burnt in just two mandals, GK Vidhi and Chintapalli, and very little had changed. In Dantewada, one saw village after village burned to the ground, people driven away. And we are by now familiar with what this has meant to the lowest of the low, to the poorest of the poor, the Adivasis there. Most of them Kutikoyas, but not just Kutikoyas. They are the Koyas, the Dodlas, the Batras, etc. And one has been familiar with this. Dantewada has a long border, Bijapur Dantewada has a long border with Andhra Pradesh, with our Khammam district. And over a period of time, one has gone there to Khammam district and one has met these Adivasis. And they lead enormously tragic lives. They hide in the forest frequently because they looked upon with suspicion by the Andhra government, its instruments, the police, the foresters, the revenue officials. Continuous suspicion, antagonism. It is as if they are non-citizens. They don't belong here. They don't belong to this land, this country. It's almost as if all of you are this bunch of troublemakers, you just get lost, go back into your state. They live lives of tremendous insecurity and tremendous deprivation. They have left their land, their homeland, they come here, they don't have work except during the little mirchi season which ends sometime around April. They're constantly on the lookout for work. You visit any village and you will see the extreme malnutrition that old people, mothers, lactating mothers, children, grade 4 malnutrition is what experts are talking about. Village after village, hidden deep in the forest, treated as aliens, and tremendous insecurity that they will be forced back into Dantewada, across the border. They don't want that. They fled the conflict for various reasons. One need go on to them, but they want to find work, stay here, live here, cut down some forest, which is after all theirs, but they're asked to go back. And the insecurity that the Salvajulu will come looking for them. They'll be making incursions into Andhra, into parts of Khammam district, into places like Eduguralapalli, Cherla. They come frequently. Our policemen give them escort. They come and make funny speeches about how terrible Maoism is, and please come, we will take you to the Salvajulu camps, we will take good care of you, things like that. There is that added insecurity, and they are a great boon for all kinds of contractors in our state. Initially we went savvy to this, but over a period of time, over 1-2 years, by 2007 it was very clear that a lot of labour contractors from all over the states were descending on the Khammam Chhattisgarh border, picking up these Gotukoyas and taking them all over the state. You will find them in Kadapa, in Nalgonda. In fact, just the other day I come back from Nellore, and there was this string of thermal plant construction going on, and people said there are some people from tribals from Chhattisgarh, obviously Gotukoyas, and they're just given a pittance and made to work, exploited endlessly. This is the situation there. And very strangely, very disturbingly, you will find that in Dantewada, in Bijapur, news is very hard to come by. Mass communication students here, I don't know how many of you have been to this part, but it will be an interesting study to go there and study how news from within Dantewada is getting disseminated to the outside world. There's practically nothing happening. There's only official garbage coming out day after day from police and government establishment sources. Then very little or absolutely no independent reporters, occasional reports in the Hindu and upcountry journalists who make these forays at great risk to themselves. All you. But very little happening as a matter of fact. Take Andhra for instance. You know, if there was an incident of an encounter in the Visakhapatnam agency, in the Khammam agency, in the Uttar Telangana agency, in Nagamala, things have changed, but I'm just talking about some time in the past, very recent past. And within hours you would have an avalanche of media descending, of course with the usual sensationalism and everything, but one at least had a sense of what was going on. This is totally missing in Nandewada. There were few courageous journalists, people like Prashant Paikra, Iqbal Khan in Gopalpatnam, who tried to do some meaningful reportage. They were literally driven away after being beaten by the Salvajulu. Threatened with cases, even threatened with encounter, killing. Now this was a very disturbing phenomenon, and the Human Rights Forum felt that something had to be done. We made repeated visits to Chhattisgarh to get some kind of an initiative going within Chhattisgarh. Because after all, how often can you go from outside the state and report on these events? Any meaningful initiative from society has to come within, emerge from within Chhattisgarh. And we have the experience, the great commendable experience here. Ragopal Sahib is missing, he's not here. But he was part of this great effort within Andhra since 1996-1997. Over a period of several years, called the Committee of Concerned Citizens, which refused to see this entire escalation of violence go on and on and on, and felt that it had to stop at some point of time. There was this really incredible effort, which essentially was born with the understanding that a political process has to be initiated towards the Naxalite movement in place of the violent suppression that was always the state's response since 30-40 years. It was born out of that understanding. And a dialogue was only part of that political process. This has to be understood. It is a political process. And a dialogue between the actors, the principal actors being the Naxalites and the establishment, was only part of the political process. And they did a great job. Some of you may be aware of it, most students may not. It was a long effort. They went